On July 9th, the Delhi High Court heard a defamation case filed by Asian News International, or ANI, against Wikipedia seeking 2 crore rupees worth in damages. ANI claims that Wikipedia allowed defamatory edits on its page, portraying the agency as a propaganda tool for the Indian government. Now, the court has issued a notice with the next hearing set for August 20th, so let's see what happens there. But ANI's Wikipedia page accuses it of being a government propaganda tool as well as spreading fake news. Wikipedia's advocate, 𝙒𝙤𝙤𝙤, argued that the page's restricted editing access means only top editors can modify it, making it difficult, impossible, for ANI to remove defamatory content on its own page. ANI contends that selective editing has damaged its reputation and also caused public harassment. It's not wrong there. Let's talk a little bit about Wikipedia's alleged bias and operational overview. Now, Wikipedia is criticized for its bias against non-left news outlets in India. The platform relying on user-generated content is seen as pro-left or radical left, with top editors often removing content contrary to their personal ideologies. The aim of providing unbiased information is compromised here by the current editorial leadership. Wikipedia, in fact, allows any user to edit articles, but edits are reviewed for quality and adherence to the neutral point of view, or NPOV policy, which mandates unbiased writing and the use of reliable sources. However, the power vested in Wikipedia's top editors has created a biased environment. So, how do you become a top-level editor on Wikipedia? Well, as I said before, anyone can edit Wikipedia pages, but top-level editing is restricted. Users gain privileges based on accurate edits, eventually becoming administrators with the power to protect pages, block users, as well as delete articles. This system aims to ensure only experienced users handle sensitive content, but there is a perceived bias in who becomes a top-level editor at Wikipedia. Left-leaning editors are more likely to ascend, while right-leaning editors' contributions are often reverted, affecting their ability to gain privileges and move up on the ranks. So what are these allegations of bias and selective deletions here? Wikipedia has been accused of allowing misinformation about right-leaning portals while being lenient or turning a blind eye towards left-leaning outlets. Now, if you're going to call one out, you need to call all of them out. Notably, Wikipedia deleted profiles of prominent journalists as well as authors who were supportive of the government, such as BJP spokesperson 𝙒𝙤𝙣𝙤, as well as journalist Chaiti Narula, although Sinha's profile was later restored, but only after legal action. Heck, honestly, I'm still not even eligible for a Wikipedia page despite having more followers than some of the other journalists who do have a page on Wikipedia. Now, you may remember back in 2021, Wikipedia co-founder himself, Larry Sanger, publicly criticized this platform, warning that it has developed a significant left-leaning bias and is no longer a trustworthy source of information. Sanger, who co-founded Wikipedia with Jimmy Wales back in 2001, expressed his disillusionment with how the platform has evolved, stating that it now predominantly reflects the views of the quote-unquote establishment. In an interview with Lockdown TV, Sanger discussed how Wikipedia's editorial process has been influenced by political leanings. He's claimed that teams of the Democratic Party leaning editors actively remove content that does not align with their personal viewpoints and ideology. This, according to Sanger, undermines Wikipedia's original mission. Remember, he's a co-founder here, to provide unbiased and comprehensive information. Sanger's remarks were a stark warning to the public, urging caution when relying on Wikipedia for information. He emphasized that the platform, driven by a community of volunteers, has become a battleground now for ideological control rather than a neutral repository of information and knowledge. Sanger's critique highlights the massive influence that editorial bias can have on information available on Wikipedia and the World Wide Web, for that matter. He pointed out that the platform's current editorial leadership tends to favor left-leaning perspectives, which affects the neutrality of the content presented. No surprise there. This bias is reflected in the selective editing practices as well as the disproportionate representation of certain viewpoints, which you can see on certain pages. Wikipedia has also sparked reaction from public figures. Tesla and Twitter CEO, ex-CEO Elon Musk, as well as multiple voices, have voiced similar concerns about Wikipedia's editorial standards. Now, Musk has accused Wikipedia of having a complicated relationship with facts and of allowing biased information to persist. Back in April 2022, Musk called out Wikipedia's bias, noting that the platform's portrayal of historical events can be skewed by those with an ideological agenda. He famously remarked, and I quote, "They say history is written by the victors, but not on Wikipedia if the losing party is still alive and has lots of time on their hands." Now, coming back to this lawsuit filed by ANI against Wikipedia, this lawsuit, coupled with Sanger's and Musk's criticisms, underscores the ongoing problematic debate about the platform's reliability and impartiality in the first place. The high-profile critiques have amplified serious, I would say, concern about Wikipedia's editorial bias as well as its impact on the quality and trustworthiness of the information that it provides. As this case progresses and public scrutiny intensifies, there may be increasing pressure on Wikipedia to address these issues once and for all and re-evaluate its editorial practices to restore its credibility as a neutral source of information or to be shut down altogether. Now, honestly, growing up and in school, I used to use Wikipedia a lot. So especially the youth that are watching and anybody else that's watching, I want to know, do you use Wikipedia as a source of information? And now that I have given you this information about its biasness, what do you feel about Wikipedia? What needs to be done here, not just with ANI, but Wikipedia as a whole? Because a bunch of people still go on Wikipedia and still look up information and still use that information for academia, for work, for professional endeavors, for professional projects. So it is really a dangerous source of misinformation here and disinformation, I would say, along with biased, basically, information on those pages. Please let me know what you think. I want to know your opinion about Wikipedia. For PGurus, this is Priyanka Deo signing off. Namaste.